Good morning, and welcome to episode 48 of Getting Rich. I'm your host, Rich Checkan, president of Asset Strategies International, and today is Wednesday, October 13th, 2021. For those of you who missed the precious metals pricing last week, because I wanted to go ahead and make my point about the price not mattering in the long term for precious metals, don't worry, we've got the metals pricing back this week and we'll continue on for the future. But first I want to touch a little bit on the equities markets. They sold off late yesterday, not massively, but enough. After a fairly positive day, they ended up down on the day because of concerns over third quarter earnings that have not yet come out but are expected possibly to miss, and because of rising inflation concerns, as well as rising concerns about unemployment with a surge in quits. And I think a lot of this has to do with people voluntarily leaving work. A lot of this has to do with COVID mandates by various employers out there, telling their workers that if you're not vaccinated, you can't come to work, and they're just not coming to work. On top of that, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen went ahead and stoked those inflation concerns yesterday. She talked a little bit about Christmas. It's a few months away, but she said, listen, even though we believe inflation is transitory, because of supply chain concerns, guess what? It's not going to dissipate by the end of the year, certainly not by Christmas. You might want to get out and start buying Christmas gifts now. They may not be there, or the prices may be higher come the end of the year, along with groceries and everything else. Thank you, Secretary Yellen. You surely, I'm sure, did not stoke the fires or the fears of inflation with those comments. Well done. Let's move on and take a look at the metals prices. Gold this week is at $1771.90, up from $1744 2 weeks ago. That's a 1.5% increase. Silver is up to $22.91 versus $22.39 2 weeks ago. That's a 2.33% increase. Platinum up 3.75% to $1,014 an ounce versus $977 2 weeks ago. And palladium is up 9% to $2,160 an ounce versus $1979 2 weeks ago. As a result of silver slightly outperforming gold over the past 2 weeks, the gold-silver ratio, the number of ounces it takes of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold, has come down to 77.64 from 78.20. And the dollar continues to show a little bit of strength. It's kind of holding on up to 94.29 versus 93.83 2 weeks ago. Okay, folks, there's a lot of conflicting information out there. You look at some numbers and you say this metal should go higher. You look at these numbers, you say stocks should go higher, the dollar should be stronger, or vice versa. There's a lot of confusion out there. If you want to get the answers, I've got the answer. You want to join us next week in New Orleans at the New Orleans Investment Conference. There's a sign-up button down below this video. It's not too late. You can, I think there's still room in person. If not, virtual is absolutely available. Join us. This is one of the greatest gathering of minds annually, covering financial markets, precious metals, equities, you name it. If you want to get your answers and try and make sense of these crazy markets, that's where you need to be. Join me next week. I'll be filming this video live from New Orleans this time next week. In the meantime, please go ahead and subscribe and like us, follow us on the various social media channels, subscribe to Asset Strategies newsletters and email alerts, and don't ever forget that getting rich starts with keeping what's yours.